Hey guys, what's up, what's happening? The King of Games 98 here. How you doing? Hope you are doing good and staying safe. And, well, this is going to be the last video uploaded onto my channel that has anything to do with my birthday of this year. And why I say that is because I know I already uploaded 2 previous videos that had to do with my birthday of this year. The one was the Neo Geo CD Pro controller and talking about why I wanted that, and it's meant to be an unboxing video, but it didn't end up turning out to be an unboxing video. Then the other was of the Wolf's Rain original soundtrack CD, which I did do an unboxing of, and then I talked about and explained how badly I really wanted that. And so this will be the third and final video of me talking about an item I got for my birthday of this year. Because, I'm sorry guys, like, I don't want you to interpret this as me bragging in 3 separate videos about stuff that I got for my birthday, but I decided to make these 3 videos about stuff I got for my birthday because I just felt the need I had to talk about them and talk about how I came to get them and talk about why I even wanted them, and I just thought it would make good content on my YouTube channel. So that's why I just wanted to put that out there at the beginning of this video. This will be the third and final video about me doing a video about talking about something I got for my birthday this year. So, as I'm sure you can read the thumbnail, well, as I'm sure you can read the title of this video and the thumbnail, I got a Philips CDI console in 2022. Yes, this actually happened. So, what I'm going to do, guys, is, and don't mind me just So, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm first going to talk to you about how I came to find and buy this console, and then I'm going to talk about and explain to you guys why I even wanted this. And that's why I thought this would make a really good video for my YouTube channel, because not only is it gaming related, but it's a very obscure and oddball console, and I love doing videos on obscure and oddball consoles. Because those to me are some of the best videos you could ever find on YouTube. So, okay, so I'm going to sit you down right there. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you guys the story of how I came to find and buy this console. So, if you didn't see the other 2 videos I did about stuff I got for my birthday, then that's okay. I will link both of those videos at the end of this video, so if you want to watch them, you can. But my birthday is March 26th. So we are officially, well, we're like halfway through April. I almost said April. We're almost halfway through May. So, you know, as of this video, you know, my birthday came and went, and it's been a while. But I still just felt the need to do this video. So my birthday was on March 26th. That was a Saturday this year. And on March 31st, which was a Thursday of this year, I was on my phone perusing, looking through listings on Facebook Marketplace. When I really should have been doing and focusing on doing my homework, but I was really, you know, not, and on my phone looking at listings of items on Facebook Marketplace. But this time it paid off. I come across a listing for a Philips CDI console. And by the time I found the listing, it said that it had been listed, I think, like 3 hours ago. So I see that and I'm like, oh, damn, it's probably already sold by now. It's probably gone. And then I looked and saw where the seller was located. He was only located right in Philadelphia. So I was like, damn, if this is still available, I want it, because that's pretty close. And on top of that, guys, the guy only listed this for 50 bucks. Yeah, a Philips CDI console for 50 bucks. I was all in. I was like, shut up, take my money, So I quickly messaged the dude as fast as humanly possible, even though I was expecting to either A, get a response saying sorry, it's already been sold, or B, just not even getting a response at all. Because, when it comes to people on Facebook Marketplace, sadly that does happen, where people just, I don't know, whether they're adults or kids, because I've seen both selling on there, they just feel the need not to even respond to people. And, I don't know what possesses them to do that. If they just don't feel like talking and messaging people about trying to sell their stuff, or if they just don't care about selling their stuff. But regardless, that does happen. So I messaged the dude anyway, because I was like, you know what? I gotta at least try. What's that famous quote by Wayne Gretzky? You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Well, boom, there you go. I had to at least try. I had to, especially since the guy was only in Philadelphia, and B, he only wanted 50 bucks for it. I had to try. So I messaged him, and 10, maybe 15 minutes later, the guy messaged me back. And it was still available. Guys, I freaked out. When I tell you I was so happy and that this was the highlight of my day, I can't stress that enough, guys. So he got back to me with pretty reasonably fast, and said it was still available. And I was like, oh, guess what I'm getting? And for all intents and purposes, I had that much money on me in cash. So I was like, I'm getting it. So I start talking to the dude because I want to make sure that it works. Because, yeah, even though he's only asking 50 bucks for it, which really wasn't a lot for that, I still wanted to know if it worked. So I asked him if, could you send me a video of it, turning on, maybe playing a game disc. And he got back to me. Oh, I don't think I ever mentioned. So the guy's name who was selling this was Bradley. And, not that really means anything, but that was the guy's name. So Bradley messaged me back and said that hold on, give me a couple minutes. Let me try to find the power cord for it, and I'll plug it in and try it. And I was like, okay, sweet, no problem. 5 or 10 minutes later goes by before I hear from him again, and he goes, well, I plugged it in and tried it. It turns on, but the rubber band in the disk drive that manually ejects the tray and then pulls it back in, it must have broke because it no longer ejects the tray out and back in, but you can manually pull it out and pull it and push it back in, and that's no problem. And most people hearing that with an old obscure video game console from the 90s probably would have gotten turned off by that and said, oh, sorry, I don't want it anymore. Me? No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, that, ladies and gentlemen, that don't scare me. That don't shy me away. That don't scare me away of buying something like that. No, not at all. So, the Bradley kind of got a little discouraged, I guess, about that, and he kind of just straight up asked me, I guess you're not interested in it anymore. And at that point in time, I was like, yeah, I still am. I'm still interested in it. So then he goes, all right, well, look, since the rubber band in the disk drive broke and the tray's not manually ejecting and, pulling itself back in, I'll knock off $10. So how does $40 for it sound? I was like, dude, great. Let's go. I'm sold. When can we meet? That is how hype and excited I was. Now, at this point in time, I don't remember exactly what time it was, but my dad had come home from work. So I filled him in on that I found this on the marketplace. I've been talking to the dude the whole time. I want to go meet him tonight and get this thing. And so he was all game. He was all set for it. He was gonna drive me, and because I wanted him to come with me. So he ended up driving me over the bridge, and we met Bradley later that night, just right over the Walt Whitman Bridge, going into Philly. It was pretty convenient. We met him at a spot that was both local and it was in a pretty populated area. So, if he was going to try something on me, there's no way that there's no way that someone wouldn't have seen it, and then, cameras and whatnot. So yeah, there's no way he could have gotten away with something, is what I'm saying. And the best part was, where we met him at, it was literally only 5 minutes away from the bridge. So we got on the bridge, crossed over the bridge, met him there, and then we literally just hopped right back on the bridge and we're back home. So it was super convenient. So we got there first. We kind of were waiting a little bit, and like me and my dad kind of were starting to get a little anxious, like, ooh, is this guy gonna show up, or is he just, screwing with us? He finally showed up. Huge sigh of relief came over me, because I was like, oh my god, I want this really bad, and my dad could really tell that too. And finally, he showed up, and he literally pulled in the parking spot right next to where we were parked. And I just felt a huge rush of excitement, and that I was finally going to get a Philips CDI console. And on that specific day, I was actually wearing my red and white Neo Geo MVS t-shirt. And so I get out of the car, he gets out of his car, and I meet him on the right side of his car, and we introduce ourselves. I shake his hand. He sees my shirt and he goes, "Oh, nice shirt, dude." And I was like, "Thank you." And then I told him, I'm the proud owner of a Neo Geo 8ES CD and 3 different pocket colors. And after he heard that, and then talking to him about retro video games for a little bit, he could tell that this was going to a good home and that I was really the perfect person to be buying this. So I was all set and ready to pay for this myself, and then my dad he turned and handed me the money for it. And like, I was like stunned and baffled by him doing that, because I didn't expect him to do that. I didn't expect him to do that, and I just didn't expect that to happen, period. I, for all intents and purposes, was going to pay for this console with my own money. I had it, my own money, on me in cash, and I was ready to pay for it with my own money. And then he just turns and hands me the money for it and goes, "You're not paying for it. I am. This will be your last birthday present from me." And I was like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, I I know how bad you want this, so, you know, here's the money. Go buy it. This will be your last birthday present from, you know, me and Mom. So I was like, wow. Okay. You know, what was I going to say? No. I'm not going to argue with him. If that's what he really wanted to do, then okay, so be it. So I gave him my dad's money. He was very happy. I was very happy. He kind of explained some things to me about this particular Philips CDI console, the outputs that are on the back, and what do they call it? And what a digital video cartridge is, because he emphasized that in the listing on Marketplace that it had a digital video cartridge inserted in it. And I didn't even know what that was, so he explained that to me too. So, yeah, we both left happy, and that's basically the story of how I came to buy and own a Philips CDI in 2022. Now, I gotta give credit where credit's due. I wouldn't even know what the hell a Philips CDI is if it wasn't for Jamesrolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd. So, shout out to Jamesrolfe, AVGN. I freaking love you, dude. I basically, I won't say I grew up watching him on YouTube, but from my freshman year of high school, you know, all the way to now, basically I've been a fan and been watching his channel. And so if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even know what the hell Philips CDI even is. So kudos to you, James. Yeah, so that was the story of how I came to find and buy a Philips CDI console in 2022 for only $40. But I guess technically you can't even say that I bought it, because technically my dad bought it. So that's just how I came to own a Philips CDI console in 2022. We'll call it like that. So now I'm at the point of this video where I want to explain why I wanted this console as badly as I did, and why I made that big of a deal out of it. So I'm sure you're probably at some point in this video, or maybe right now, are, you know, questioning and or yelling at me through the video, "The King, why the hell did you want this? This console sucks. It's bad. Blah 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 blah. You know, it has the shitty Zelda games, it has the shitty Mario game on it. Why did you want this?" Great question. Fantastic question. I'm so glad you asked. This is why I wanted the Philips CDI console. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is correct. I already owned a brand new controller for it in the box and 2 games for it. Yes, you heard that correct. I already owned a like-new controller in its original box for it and 2 games for it. That is why I wanted this Philips CDI console. Now, if you can believe it or not, I bought both these 2 games and the controller years ago. This isn't just recently. Years ago, I found and bought both of these, because I dropped the one. Years ago, I found and bought both of these games and this controller at 2 different Goodwill stores. Yes, you heard that right. I found and bought these at 2 different Goodwill stores. The Philips CDI controller looked exactly like it does now. It seriously was in this nice condition in its original box, and it's in seriously like new condition. This is how it was when I found it and bought it. And since it was at Goodwill, I don't think they quite knew what this was, other than it was some sort of video game controller, possibly. And I think they had it priced at either $8 or $9. Like, I don't remember the exact price, but I do remember it was under $10. So I paid under $10 for this controller in this condition, in its original box. Now, as for these two games, which the one is Max Magic and the other is Kether, I bought these at a different Goodwill from that one, and they were... I forget if they charged me either 99 cents or $1.99 for these. Either way, it was a great deal, and I still jumped on them and bought them. So, yes, I am that crazy video game collector that buys stuff for consoles that he doesn't even own yet because, hey, I might own it sometime in the near future. And you know what? That is exactly what I did in this scenario, and it paid off. So, that is the answer I have for you as to why I wanted this Philips CDI console that bad, because I already owned a like new in its original box controller and 2 games for it. So of course, as soon as I got home with the console, I hooked it up to a TV and I tried it. It powered on beautifully, and I connected the controller to it, because up until this point, I didn't even know if the controller worked. You know, I didn't have a Philips CDI to try it on. So I tried the controller works beautifully. Then I tried both games on it, because again, I didn't know if the games played either. Both games played beautifully too. So I was not only happy, I was ecstatic. I was thrilled that I not only bought a Philips CDI, the thing works, and the controller in 2 games that I've owned for years now also both work. So I was so freaking happy and excited, guys, you just don't even know. You don't even know how happy and excited that made me. And that capped off the final gift I got from my parents for my birthday on March 26th of this year. Whew. Okay. So now that I've told you guys why I wanted this console, I am going to do close-up shots of the console now, and that's pretty much going to do it for this video. So yeah, let me bring this big behemoth up to you guys so it can be a little close now. You guys can get a better look at it. Okay. So, new Philips CDI. I love that that sticker was left on it. This specific model is a Philips CDI model CDI-220 CD interactive player. And as you can see, because there is no rubber band in the disk drive, the tray will literally just fall right out, or slide right out, I should say, more or less. But that is okay. That is A-okay with me because, guys, it freaking works. And you know what? I am perfectly A-okay with that. I mean, yeah, in a perfect world, would I like for it to work? Yes, of course I would. But you know what? That is just how it is. And for right now, that is how it's going to stay. So, unfortunately, yeah. Show you guys the bottom in case anyone is interested. Let's try to, there we go. Okay. Now, before I end this video, I want to at least say that I did attempt to try to fix the disk drive by putting a new rubber band in it. And my dad actually helped and assisted with this too. So when it comes to original Xbox and Xbox 360 consoles, because both of those consoles are what is considered a front loader, meaning you push a button and it ejects the disk tray out to you, front loader. And that's exactly how this console is. It is a front loader. I thought, hey, maybe I could take one of the rubber bands out of my extra rubber bands collection for OG Xbox and Xbox 360 consoles disk drives and use it and put it in this, and it would work. Great idea, Didn't end up working. um, Apparently, the rubber bands that go inside the disk drives on original Xbox and Xbox 360 consoles is smaller than the rubber band that goes in a Philips CDI console. Because that was essentially the problem we ran into. The rubber band wasn't big enough to wrap around both the big and small gears in order to push the tray in and out. So me and my dad did at least try and attempted to fix the belt issue with the CDI's disk drive, but as of right now, we can't fix it with just that, and so that's just how it is. Now, I'm sure you're probably saying, oh, but the King of Games, did you look on eBay? Did you look online? You know, try to find an official one? Well, if you did ask that, my answer to that is yes, I did. I went on both eBay and I tried looking on Google. Google was not really anything. eBay, however, did come up with, I think, a listing or two of the specific rubber band that goes in this console's disk drive to eject and pull in the tray. Problem was, number one, the seller shipping them or selling them was in Germany. Oh yeah, and that's also when I found out that Philips was a German company, a German electronics company. I did not know that. So yeah, I found that out. The seller was located in Germany, and if I remember correctly, they wanted like kind of a lot of money for just a freaking rubber band that goes in this console's disk drive. And I was like, I'm not paying that, because the thing works fine just the way it is. So, you know, it's not like I can't still use it like that. I can, so why not? You know, it's like nothing's really stopping me from using it like that. So, yeah. So, long story short, I did try to fix it, and I did also try looking online, and really the only one or two options I saw on eBay, that was it. So, I don't know, guys. For right now, it's just going to stay like that. Maybe I can find it somewhere else, maybe a local retro game shop. I don't know. You know, it's like I said at the beginning of this video, this is a very rare and obscure oddball console from the 90s. And, you know, the chances of someone having that, I think, are very, very few and far between. So, I don't know. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this video. I don't want to keep rambling on because I know I've already been for a pretty good amount of time now. So, thank you so much, guys, for watching. You really don't know how much this means to me, especially this talking about that, I think is just really cool. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know down below in the comment section what you think of this big behemoth of a console. And if you own one, or if you owned one maybe back in the 90s. And what did you think of the Philips CDI? Like, seriously. You know, angry video game nerd views aside, what did you think of the Philips CDI console? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.